Hey guys, what's going on? You're probably thinking, wait a second, this isn't how the episodes usually start. That is because I feel like I need to tell you that my computer is a piece of shit and we had to kind of fuck around with the audio because my session cut out. So this might sound a bit shit. We lost like 20 minutes of footage, but anyway, you'll hear it. Have a good one.
Dun,
I feel like
dun,
the
dun, dun,
I feel like the Wiggles presenter like, hey kids.
I guess this is where we're in now.
Fuck. Yeah, we're in. What's up, guys? Welcome to the hashtag Biam is over party. Glad you could glad you could join us.
Glad you
But
were
before we get into that
merch.
shit, yeah. Oh, you too. Yeah. I've got the
One last time.
Biam gas mask.
My nipples are still so hard.
Hard? I can't see them. Make them harder.
Okay.
We're still in
I can't
Discord,
see-
by the way, guys, because we can be in person, but I mean, it's a bit hard on my car. My timing belt's just about to snap.
Is it really?
Yeah, I got it serviced the other day, and he said it came to like $700 to fix everything because it's at like 207,000 Ks, and I'm just like, can you do $300 worth of stuff? And he's like, yeah, your timing belts could snap any minute though, so just have fun on the way to Sydney. He said, make sure you have a 6-pack of beers on the way to Sydney. I'm like, okay.
So it feels like you don't feel as bad. Is that why you
Yeah,
said
so
it?
I can just be being towed. I can be towed with beers. I got a Canadian Club today though. Summer Crisp.
I'm not drinking.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't drink during the week really.
I bought these. Neither do I, but I bought these
For this,
for this.
so this is all I'm drinking. I'm just drinking a green cordial, baby.
Okay, well, fuck.
Cool alarm.
You know what? This actually tastes like. You remember Zupa Dupas?
Mm-hmm.
The juice of a Zupa Duper.
Oh, wait, which one? What flavor? Apple? The green one?
Kind of like cola and blue. It's weird. The color of this is yellow.
Like, did you like the you know how they had the original Zupa Dupas, but then they brought out the space ones. It was like electric laser beam, and do you remember those
I think
ones?
those are the ones that I used to get with the spaceman on the cover.
Yeah. That they brought out like this edition when it was like, they just like try to do a new thing and like new flavors or whatever. So I'm just keep trying to fix my light because it looks.
That's fine. Do
half
it if
my
you
face is lit up and half my face isn't. Oh, there we go. Hey,
Bonza.
now you can see me.
I asked on Twitter, I was like, what should I drink for the podcast? And I read through them. And then one of them, I don't know if he's even a follower or anything, but he said urine.
Oh, I got a urine story for you today.
Oh, please. Fill me up.
I was at work, obviously, and because I'm driving around, I don't have easy access to toilets like most people when they're at work. As similar to
like
you,
where this is going already.
but probably easier for you to piss because you're not really around the general public a lot.
Yeah.
But then I finished like all my work, and I was like, I got to find a fucking toilet because I'm gonna piss my dick off. And then I was like, I'll go to 7-Eleven. I know they don't have toilets, but sometimes like you can duck behind and there's bushes and shit. I'll just piss in the bushes or something. And then I went in, I went in to get a coffee, and I was like, fuck it. I'll just get like a cup of coffee, but then I'll get 2 cups. Just tell them it's too hot, and then I'll take the extra cup, piss in it, and then chuck it out. You know what I mean? So I get the 2 cups. I go to pay for it, and the guy's like, "You got 2 cups?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's a bit hot." And then he just grabs it. He's like, "No, it's not." And he just took the cup away. I was just
What?
Fuck. Lucky,
You're kidding me.
Yeah, like
That's
it was
so
like the
stingy.
owner of the thing. So he was like just wanted to make every dollar. You know what I mean?
Bitch, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I grab the cup. I'm like, yeah, fair enough, whatever. I was not gonna like, man, I need that to piss. So he's like, what? Nah, so I take it to my car, and in my car I've got a mug, because I make a mug of coffee to take to work every morning.
A thermos
So-
full of piss.
Nah, it's just like a normal mug. I just drive with a normal mug. So then I pour the coffee in the mug, and then I have that cup. So then I'm pissing,
right.
and I'm like apart
In a mug that you will use again later.
No. I pissed in the cup.
Oh,
So
sorry,
I poured it out of the cup into the mug.
Yeah.
So then I like open. So I figured out like you can basically piss anywhere. If like anywhere on the side of the road and people won't know, if you just like pull your car over, put your hazard lights on, then you just open your passenger door and then you stand in the passenger door and just piss into the corner thing on the floor.
Yep.
But make sure you just don't piss on the door.
Yeah.
Sometimes I make that mistake. Sometimes it comes out too fast and I piss in
You
the
get
car.
too close and it goes.
Anyway, so I'm pissing in this 7-Eleven cup in the 7-Eleven car park.
Fucking.
And it's like, and I'm like, oh, I could stop before it gets, like, it wasn't that big of a piss. I'm like, good stop. And he just kept going. And it was just like, shit. Like in Dumb and Dumber, it was like, what is like, you can't stop once you started. It stings.
It stings.
Anyway,
The
so it
owner
gets
comes out,
like,
he's like, do you need a cup?
yeah, it gets to the top. I like chuck it out and then I go to piss the rest out. And the rest is like a milliliter. And it's just like, would have fit in the cup anyway. I was like,
Yeah.
But then that spilled on my hand. And I was like,
Fuck.
didn't have any hand sanitizer left. I was like, damn it.
That's rank. That is fucking rank.
And then I just ate my meat pie. I ate my vegan meat pie straight
With
after.
your pissy fingers. Oh my god. So I don't. You change jobs a lot for my brain. Where are you working now? You still working with Benji?
So Benji's my boss, but Benji works for a bigger company now as like a driver manager.
Right.
So I pretty much do the same work all the time. It's just with different companies. I'm just always doing career work.
Okay, right.
So Benji is my manager. He's not my boss. He's basically my boss, but he like makes sure I get paid and all that shit. But he doesn't own the company or anything. He just works for them.
You just say you do more hours than you actually do.
Benji basically works for an agency, and then his agency hires me out, and he's the one that looks after me. He's my contact at the agency. In easier terms than that, yeah.
Do you ever like fuck around because he's your mate? Like at work?
What do you think, mate? Of course.
I mean, like, is there any like corners that you cut? I mean, I imagine there is, but
you want to know
I
the
don't
biggest
know
corner I cut?
specifics.
It's probably going to get me fired if someone from my work hears this.
If this podcast just becomes
I basically
global.
work 5 hours a day and get paid for 10 hours.
Ooh. Fucking tell me, please. I'm doing the wrong job.
Because I have to claim my hours, and they can look it up and see how many hours. Well, when I finish my deliveries, but basically I'm out on the road delivering for 6 hours a day, and so in the morning I go to work at 6:45, and most of the days I get there at like 7:05, and they don't really notice. So that's like 20 minutes that I've just got paid for no reason.
Yeah.
And then I don't leave the depot until 8:30. So I got to like sort the freight and then figure out what my drops I'm taking and all that shit. And I go out till about 12:30, but I don't really finish my drops. I finish my drops at like 10:30. So then I've got like 2 hours to do nothing. So then I go back and then I don't leave the depot again till about 1:30, 1:45.
Yeah.
It's another 45 minutes that I've just done nothing really. I've just sorted freight and then put it in my car.
Fuck.
And then I'll deliver till about 3:30, 4 o'clock, maybe 4:30 some days. And then
Sounds like my kind of job.
go home. Depends where I am. Go home. Like sometimes I'm delivering in South Yarra and I'll just go straight home because I don't have to take a scanner back because I do everything on my phone.
Right.
And
And
then
they can't track your phone, can they? Because they didn't.
oh no,
used to
so
track the
they can.
scanners?
So like because I'm logged into this app, so they can track me. They can track where I've taken all the stuff, and they could live track me if they probably wanted to. Like I don't doubt that they could, but they. The funny thing is, I'm on such a pedestal with them. They're like, I've seen him like tell dudes off at work, and like, you need to do more drops. You need to do like 100 drops a day, like 120 drops a day. You need to be like this guy. And he points at me. I'm just like, I'm just like rigging the whole system. I'm like, all right.
Little do they know that you leave things without getting them signed.
Yeah. Nah, they probably know that. The only bad thing is if the person calls and they claim like a non-delivery, and it says it needs a signature, and I've like taken a photo and shown that it's there, they could just say someone stole it and then they never got it, and then I'd have to pay for it. But I wouldn't lose my job over it at this place.
Well, I mean, you're making so much extra money, you can definitely pay for it.
Yeah, but I worked a Saturday one time, and I took out like 120 deliveries, which is like a full day's work, like at least 8 hours, 10 hours work, right?
Yeah.
I left the depot at 8:30 in the morning. So I started at 7, left the depot at 8:30. I finish my drops by 1, and I claim 10 hours for that day.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Because
So,
because you get paid by the hour, and I feel like just because I could do my work fast doesn't mean I don't deserve 10 hours.
No, totally. Because there's this kind of the kind of work, like literally we'll do the simplest job but make it drag out all day and he'll get paid for the 8 hours.
Yeah.
Whereas if I do it in 4, it's like I'm not getting rewarded for that really. I just have to go do more.
Yeah. But the worst part is
And
like
get
because
paid the same as him.
I'm a sole trader, I have to pay my own super and not my taxes. I have to do all that. So like,
It depends if you want super.
the worst part is like, yeah, exactly. Depends if you're on super. Like, nah, I'm diet 50, so it's all good. The worst part is like you get paid your gross amount. So you know how you see your pay slip normally and it shows your gross amount and then your net, like what you get after tax. Like basically in your account you get after tax. But I get the gross amount.
So you get the gross.
The first year I started doing career work, I didn't pay any tax during the year. And then it came tax time and I owed the tax company, like the tax office, like $3,000 instead of getting anything back.
Did you knowingly just get too excited?
Because it's your first year, you technically you can pay all your tax at the end of the year. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But then you get fucked on because like if you leave it, then you just have to pay a massive lump sum at the end of the year. Whereas if you put the money away, then it's probably better. Then you can like at the end of the year, you can just have that money aside and then you pay it, and then all your expenses and stuff I just claim through work, like all my fuel and uniform and washing and all that shit I claim. So then my tax
uniform that you buy weekly from urbanoutfitters.com.
No, the best is fuel.
Could you do that?
The best is fuel. If it's for work, yeah. Sometimes when Benji comes out and he like meets me at work and like he just like, so he has to go and meet up with all these drivers and stuff. So he'll come and meet me, and he used to buy me lunch, and then he just claimed the lunch as like tax, like a work expense and shit.
Yeah. So whatever you do on the clock can be taxed.
It's like when Hopeless
Even
take us
that
out.
second cup that you had to piss. Oh,
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
It's like when Hopeless took us out in Hollywood for 3 nights in a row. And remember, we just kept asking Josh to take us out, and we just kept getting him to buy us food.
Was that the first time we were there?
Yeah, that was the first time. We stayed at Josh's house, and then the first night we went to that pool hall. Remember?
Yes. Yeah. And then I think.
And then we went to Hopeless
up
for lunch the next day. So they bought us beers that night. We went to Hopeless for lunch the next day, and then the next night we went out to that pizza place, the deep dish vegan pizza place.
That's right. What did we get for lunch? Was it Subway or like Taco Bell? I can't remember. Or Starbucks.
I think we got Subway.
They probably won't let us use the card anymore.
We got Starbucks as well because someone was doing a Starbucks run at that time.
Yeah.
And we rocked up.
Fucking hell. Actually, speaking of work, I got a couple funny ones for you.
Yeah, you mentioned one the other day, and I said save it for the podcast. Yeah. I think this is the story. So go ahead and preface the story. What you said to me was like, "Fuck, I got to tell you, the trailer fell off as I was driving the other day." I was like, "Save it for the podcast," and I'm ready to hear it.
Hold it in. So it must have been last week or something because I told you like last weekend, but
yeah.
I had to have this trailer on for some reason. I was using my boss's father-in-law's trailer, which is fucking ancient, and his ancient John Deere mower, which is heavy and old, whatever. So Mark, who just turned 50 yesterday, was in charge of putting the trailer on, and I was doing something else. And I don't know why I'm driving him around. Like, it's so weird me driving around a 50-year-old every day, but whatever. So he put the trailer on with the mower and stuff. And so I was like, good to go? He was like, yeah, good to go. So we took off and we're heading down. Like, I was probably going like 70 Ks an hour. And I was just like, when I'm driving at work, I definitely go into like just zone out mode. Like, I'll just arrive at the destination and not know how I got there. Like,
you're just anything. Like, fuck, did I just drive 40 minutes?
Yeah, literally.
Like, was I just driving on the wrong side of the road? That happens to me all the time. Yeah. All the time.
It's fucked. No matter how much coffee I have, I'm always just in the zone of just... Anyway.
Go on.
So we're going like 70. I was coming up to a school zone, so I was about to slow down. And I look behind me, like in the rear view mirror, and then I see the fucking trailer just going, just snaking behind me.
Just doing warm-up laps for the fucking Grand Prix.
Yeah. And I looked to my left at Mark, and I'm like, something look fucked to you in the back there? He's like, uh, oh fuck, the trailers come off, and I'm like, yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? I had to pull over.
Oh, so it's just
Pulled
on by
over.
the little chains.
The chains, which luckily he remembered to put that on correctly.
Imagine,
chains
the trailer's like next to you, just roll the highway.
Or I get to the property, I'm like, where's the trailer? Anyway, so I start to slow down. I'm at like 50 k's at this point, and then as I'm braking, I just hear this bang, bang. And I'm like, I look back, and the trailer's like
Punching
hitting
car.
the fucking gravel and punching the car. And so I get out of the car once it finally stops banging, and we've come to a stop. This is like in the middle of the road, by the way. I couldn't pull over anywhere
So you
else.
just stopped. You just
And
stopped
so
on the highway.
Yeah, I had my hazards on and everything, but I wasn't like it wasn't a highway. It was just like a school road. Near
You had your hazards on, but the
Jemima or
trailer
some
wasn't
shit.
actually connected, so there was no lights going off on the trailer.
So no one could,
no one knew what was
no
happening.
one could see. So I get out and I'm like, what's that fucking smell? And it's just the whole jockey wheel was just erased. It was just melted from when it plowed into the fucking gravel. And I'm like,
Well, because even though it was up,
not
it
good.
just got fucking disintegrated.
yeah, because like the when I was driving, right, and the drag was making the trailer go straight with me. But when I slowed down, there was no tension in the chains anymore. So it just fucking
Yeah.
bowed right down and then
Oh, yeah.
completely dug in. So there was no jockey wheel. And I fucking lost, like, you know, the twisty thing to get the jockey wheel up?
That's
That
gone.
vanished. Yep. The trailer brake was bent in half. And I'm like, oh, fucking, what a fucking day. And so I got to the job and I met Adam there. He was there for once before me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so funny thing, Adam. And he looked at the jockey wheel. I was like, where's the jockey wheel? I'm like, yeah, it's somewhere in between Red Hill Primary School and your father-in-law's house, to be honest. And he was like, right. But I think the thing with the trailer was it was kind of old. So, you know, the latch that goes over the little,
Over the knob,
Thingy
over
near
the
the toe
belt,
ball.
the toe ball.
yeah.
Yeah.
The thing was so fucking ancient and worn away that it even though it's on, you could still fucking flick it off with a stiff breeze. So Adam wasn't too mad.
Yeah.
He's like, he doesn't really like his father-in-law anyway. So, you know.
And
that
yeah,
worked out for me.
it's not like it was your fault as well.
Yeah, and I quickly said, well, I don't know, like Mark put the trailer.
Yeah, of course. Just bury him.
dodged
Bury
that-
that guy
dodged that
straight away.
straight I feel bad though because he's super nice. He's just super spacey though. I had another funny one today involving Mark also. So we were like splitting wood for like 4 hours. And besides seeing the biggest spider I've ever seen in my life, when the day was done, we had two utes. So he had the ute and the wood splitter, and he started going to Adam's house, and I was behind him like 2 minutes. And so I see him pulled up on the side of the road ahead of me, and I pull up next to him. I'm like, "You right, mate?" He's like, "I'm fucking bogged." I'm like, "This cunt cannot catch a break. He turned 50 on Monday.
Wait,
Can't drive a
the
fucking
old dude,
car."
the father-in-law.
No. So this is the guy that I drive around, the guy that I work with.
Yeah, the old
So-
dude. The guy who put the trailer on, yeah?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, yeah.
And so he's bogged. And he only stopped to give me my t-shirts that I left in his car. So I felt fucking mega bad for him. I had to push him out of that one. But I'm like,
He's just covered in mud.
he always sinks in mud, like his feet, whenever he steps out on that particular side of the road, because it's happened to him before. But
He's at the same
this
spot.
is my last week.
At the same
Yeah,
spot.
no, literally. The same spot. And he said to me yesterday, he's like, "Oh, I looked at this spot yesterday and it was a bit wet." I'm thinking, well, why'd you fucking pull over here? Anyway.
He's like
it is
driving.
my-
He's like, this looks like a great spot.
I know this spot. Literally. Like, I don't really care too much about what happens because it's my last week here. Like, I got two days left
Yeah,
of working. So, like, anything that happens really is just a laugh for me. But I feel bad. I'm actually going to miss Mark, the 50-year-old. He's so spacey, but, like, I think the weirdest fucking shit will always happen with me and Mark at work just because he's fucking spacey, I'm spacey. I get to Adam's after the end of the day and I'm like, were you looking at where I was going? Because I have no idea how I got here. He's like, nah, mate, I was just zoned out as well. Can't hates his life.
It's so scary, but you're like, I must just know how to do everything. I'm just a genius. I nearly got
Back
bogged
of
in
my
it.
hand.
I nearly got fucking stuck in someone's driveway today. I was like,
On a
literally,
drop.
I could smell my back tires just like burning. I was like, Jesus,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna get
God.
stuck here because I'm like, I was in Eltham today, like Eltham North. It's just like all hills, and then there's a couple of streets there that are just like dirt roads.
Yeah.
So like it was like a normal road, like a bitumen road, but then the driveways were dirt, and obviously it rained this morning, and I was just like, fuck me. And I'm like,
a lot.
and then one of them was like, the street that I was on is like here, and it's like number 46, and the street ends, like it turns a corner, and number 42 is the last house, and you got to turn the corner, go down this gravel road to get to number 46, and I'm just like, you fucking serious? And it's
Is your car
like,
manual?
No, it's auto. It's auto eye load.
Oh,
So
no.
like eye loads are really bad. Like there's not if you don't have a lot of weight in the back, they're like kind of bad on hills. So if you don't have any grip on your tires, which I don't, they're like just super. They just spin, right? And they're front wheel drive as well. So like it's even worse. So I go down the wrong driveway, and then I go to the front door, and the chick, I'm like, this is number 46. So there's no, again, another pet peeve that I found in courier driving. So many houses don't have the number on them. And I'm just like, get a fucking number on your fucking house. Do you want your packages or not?
Do you what? Yeah.
Anyway.
If not, it's going to number 45.
Go to number 42, needed to go to 46. And she's like, nah, this is 42. And just stared at me. And I'm like, well, could you tell me where 40 fucking 6 is?
Yeah, please direct me where.
And then she just closes the door. I'm like, sick. And then I'm like,
oh my God.
So I've gone down a driveway, and I can't like do a U in a driveway. So I go to reverse. I got a bit of like, there's a grip at the, so the driveway's like goes down like this and then flat. So I'm at the flat bit, and I got grip there. But once I get to the middle part, there's like no grip. And so like do that 3 times. Like I'm like trying to like
She's just watching from her window.
You know how if you go slow, you like kind of slowly grips and then it gets you out of there.
I
like went up slow, and he just goes, and just doesn't move. I'm just like, oh no. Did that like 3 times.
It makes that sound even though you're going 10 k's an hour.
Yeah. And then I can see her like watching me from the window. I'm like, fuck. I'm like literally, and then I go back and I see it's only my left wheel that's spinning. Like it's just completely flat on the gravel on the one side. I'm like, God damn it. So then I'm like, I like go as close as I can to her car, which is in the driveway, and I just floor it back and just go, and then I get like halfway up and it still starts spinning, but I'm just like, it's like slowly just backs out.
Next thing you know, I'm in the air.
Yeah, right. And then I hit the bitumen and it like kicks back a bit. I'm like, whoa! All right, I made it.
True.
I fucking made it. And then dumb thing I did.
Room of number 46.
Yeah, dumb thing I did. Went around the corner, and then I saw 46 was a dirt track. Went down. I was like, fuck it. Just went down the dirt track again. Similar thing happened, but like I was coming up face first, and it was just like spinning. But I went all the way up.
But you knew how to get out of it this time.
God, yeah. Man. And I was just like,
you get to the door, you're like, you would not believe how difficult it was to get here.
There's been so many times when Benji's called me, and like we've been on complete, like this is when we were both doing career work, like, and he wasn't a boss or anything. And he was like, he was like 45 minutes the other side of Melbourne, and he's like, just had to call a tow truck to get me out of a driveway. And I'm just like trying to avoid that so much. Like he's like, I had to call RACV and sign up so I could get towed out because it was cheaper than getting a tow truck here.
Use your free 6 tows or something.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. Fuck. That's fucked. Do you still get like, I suppose you wouldn't get paid for that, would you? Because you're not technically dropping anything. If you're like getting towed for an hour, you're not really getting paid for
I'm technically my own boss, technically. Right. So like if I lose work, it's all on me and all that shit. So like the only thing that my company covers is like insurances on the freight.
Right.
Not
Have you considered getting new tires?
Well, it's my dad's van, and he's actually said to me the other day that he's going to give it to me, and I was like, I should probably buy new tires then.
Yeah, I should probably take care of this thing now. Yeah. It's like this podcast. If it goes anywhere, it's like, I should probably take it seriously now.
Yeah, probably just get on this, and people will stop listening. I should probably put some more out, put some more effort into this.
Pump some shit out. Well, there is one thing I wanted to talk about. Taboo. I swear to God, or whoever, this is the last time I'm going on the band Twitter.
Oh, mate.
I fucking hate it.
This is why I think I got logged out on like when we put up the other stuff and shit hit the fan. And then I said that I was
Yeah.
going off it, and I've just turned off notifications, and I only see it
Yeah.
go and look at things when you guys start complaining about it in the band chat.
Yeah.
So hit me with it. Hit me with your events, because I don't really know. I don't know like a little bit of what you're talking about, but I haven't seen
Yeah.
any comments because I can't see where we've been tagged and shit.
Yeah. So what happened? Like, I'll keep it like I won't get too into it. I just want to vent. Deep breath. Okay, so I was in bed last night, and Gibbo obviously runs the band,
Yeah.
account. Thank God, because I would tell everyone to go get fucked.
Well, we all
So
have
I'm reading-
we all have access if we want to, but
Yeah.
Gibbo's the one that
But
is probably
Replies.
the calmest. Out of all of us, Gibbo's probably
so-
the most calculated in his responses.
logical to respond, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was watching the exchanges between the band account and some submission that was put in.
Okay. Is this in
which-
privates or is this on
This was in message.
DMs? Yeah.
And I guess like the thing with this competition was we didn't really, because we last minute went, okay, we'll host the voting on Instagram. Because there was no real other.
It was coming up to. Sorry to keep cutting you off. It was coming up.
That's all right.
But in my mind, because I saw that part of the conversation, and how we were like trying to remedy or whatever is happening.
Yeah.
And in my mind, that was the quickest way we could do it, because the competition was the thing started the next day, or like a
Yeah.
week later, and we didn't really have the means to like set up a website and all that shit. So
Well,
But go
we
on.
didn't really think about that anyway, because like if you do Twitter, you can only poll like 2 things, and the idea for this was fans submit their merch designs and fans vote for it. But this particular design had like just chain tagged like hundreds and hundreds. There was hundreds of like comments
okay,
on the photo,
yeah.
on the design.
Was it like
And
her?
I'm like-
Was it like their? Sorry, not her. I don't know who it is, but like, was it their friend? Like their friends?
Yeah, I
or
think
it
it
like-
was. I think it was just like they tagged someone and then someone tagged someone, which I guess wasn't like we never really stated. Because we didn't really think.
Like, I
about
mean,
this
we
kind
didn't.
of
There wasn't really
happening.
rules. It was just voting, and we did kind of mention that
Yeah.
in like our chats. We were like, imagine someone like pays for votes and or whatever, or like makes a bunch of fake
Yeah.
accounts and goes and likes it. So like, I could see.
Yeah, it's kind of like shitty. Like I don't know, like because I just came into the conversation halfway and then I'm like, it kind of doesn't make sense for no. Most of these people had no idea of the band account, like no of the band either. Like just weren't following it. I'm like, yeah, we probably should have prefaced. Like
Yeah.
there was no real way of vetting that thing. So anyway, the actions were taken. We took one of the designs down, and the person who made the design, fair enough, was
Pissed.
Annoyed. Yeah,
And this is who
And,
was
like-
messaging the band.
yeah. Last night,
Okay.
and was like, fair enough, dude. Fair enough. Fairly was annoyed. So I didn't really know. I kind of just stayed out of it. Didn't really want to, because I was getting heated. I'm like, fuck, my messages are just getting blown up. So I left it.
Oh, so were people
Woke up this
messaging
morning-
you as well?
No, the band account.
Okay.
So I woke up and I'm getting fucking bombarded with messages on my personal account now.
Oh,
And I'm
fuck.
like, get fucked. Get absolutely fucked. I look at my requests and I'm like, who is this? Who is this? Who is this?
Did it was
It's
it just
like
like
full
people from the
paragraphs.
people that were getting tagged in the saying like sticking up for their friend or whatever? Or
Yeah,
like who?
yeah. I
Okay.
think so. I didn't really look into like how they knew the person because I didn't really. I mean, fuck, the internet's fucked. I couldn't be bothered. But like, I started looking at my personal. And I'm like, oh, this is just like. It's funny how quickly, like the merch competition was like a gesture of doing something cool for our
And then
fans.
we
And then
became
it
the worst
quickly
band in
just,
the
like-
world.
Yeah, we just became the worst band ever. I'm like.
if like no one
message
if
the
no one
band
knew
account.
about the merch design, like one day we're getting like just take away the like the merch design could literally be like anything bad that could happen to a band, right? Say like
Yeah.
well someone got found out for messaging underage girls or whatever, right? Theoretically. Like, if you looked at
Yeah.
our band account and you took away the merch design and then you put a statement or somebody saying, this member did this, and then you look at the comments, it would be the same thing. Exploitation, all this other shit. We're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, you deleted,
And
now you deleted your account? Oh, you're not going to say anything? Like, fuck! And all we did was try and have a merch competition where our fans could make merch, and we became the worst band in the world.
Oh, I mean, like, just to put in there, horrible analogy on on your part in representation of
course,
us.
I was just trying to put it as like, imagine, like, it's if you think about like the worst things bands could do, we are not even on that spectrum, and we are like, people are looking at us like we're horrible people.
No, that's the funny thing. It's like all this stuff happens, whatever, but then you look at this little thread of like everyone that's been like, you know, just roasting Biam for like all of the person's friends in the Twitter thread, and I'm just looking at it. I'm like, if someone like the regular person that just came across this and didn't know what was going on, just go, fuck, there's like 18 comments here saying that Biam a fucking shit cunt. I'm like, they probably just think, oh, fuck that band, I'll just boycott them.
Yeah. And I guess it shows that like it blew up for us because we're seeing all the notifications, but it hasn't really blown up. And the only people that have commented outside of like the band or whatever is like people who follow the band, and it hasn't really. It's not like it's media. It's not like it's fucking news on bands.
No,
like,
exactly.
It's not like we're trying to sell fucking fake Apple MacBooks to our fans or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, like being in the situation, it's stressful, and comparatively to any artist who gets any sort of kind of slanderish articles put in magazines and newspapers and whatever. Can you imagine to that scale what it would be like? Like, I'm getting stressed out over here just with this little, we're the fucking smallest band getting flack for something that we were trying to do good by everyone by.
Yeah.
And then I just thought, like, if I was like Justin Bieber
when he like
right
fucking
now,
started like acting out, and people were called like when he was like getting those like hiring like fast cars and hooning around, and then like going and spray painting walls and shit, and like people were like, he's a bad boy now, he's not even like a good person anymore.
Like, you cunts fucking made me this way.
Yeah.
So like and the thing that kind of winds me up,
really grinds your gears.
Really grinds my gears. This should be a fucking segment. I've got something to vent about every week.
What grinds your gears?
Grinds my gears is that like there is a way to go about these things which I am not good at. That's why I don't run the band account. That's why I don't reply to anyone on the band account, because if I was using my brain, which I do on my personal account,
1,000% sarcasm.
1,000% sarcasm, or just like telling people to just fucking go away. Like, so I'm glad that I don't do anything on the band account in regards to replying to anyone.
Because I remember like the first when it blew up initially. And we were just commenting in the thing. We were just like, "Can we just tell them to fuck off?" and all this shit. And I was like, and then we were just like, "No, we can't be like cunts about it." We could have honestly just been like absolute cunts about the whole thing. Like, just said, "No, fuck off."
I would have loved to.
Fuck off. You know what I mean?
I'd love to. Trust me, if we went my route, that's how I would have fucking gone. That's what I'm just like. I'm trying to now separate.
Excuse me,
can
you please go and die? Imagine we wrote that from the band account. Imagine we wrote that. It would be fucking horrible.
That's when we're in par with selling fake MacBooks. But I think like I'm trying now to just not let the band account stuff or like what happens on Twitter faze me. And what really winds me up is the fact that I can't respond the way that I want to. I mean, I can. I'll probably just get more shit for it.
But it's
I want.
Go.
Sorry, what?
No, you go.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna respond how I would, sarcastically on my own account.
Yeah.
Just to vent the frustration, because that's what, like, it's like stressing me out now just thinking about just like how hated I'm getting.
Bro,
I'm getting
that was me when it first started
minuscule.
happening, and then like
Yeah.
And then I like basically, I felt like I personally got attacked at one point, and I was just like, "Are you
Yeah.
fucking
No, you
serious?"
did.
And then I just like I was just like, "Fuck it." I turned off all my notifications, and I pretty much didn't go on for like a few days, and then I like only went on if I needed to message you guys, and then I
Yeah.
only randomly scroll through Twitter, and I'm always a few days behind, and then
Yeah.
I'm just like, I can't be bothered rolling all the way through to catch up or whatever, so.
Yeah.
It hasn't bothered.
That's like,
I haven't turned notifications back on yet, and I feel like it's doing alright. Like I could still
Yeah,
post
I
if
think-
I want to, but I haven't posted it all either. So
yeah, that's the way to go, I think. I'm tempted to kind of just log out of the band account because I'm just like, while nothing, like, yeah, when you put it at scale, like, it's such a minuscule thing that is getting, like, just, I don't know, just chain tagged of just random crap.
yeah,
But it is just drama and crap that I just don't need to be looking at.
yeah, exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Like that's
It's like,
that's,
Gibbo,
like
I
I
remember
like
Gibbo messaged the band account and he's like, "This is the last time, lads, that we're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing
like
a
this
competition
for a good minute."
Yeah. I feel like when we eventually get to record our record as well, I might go completely off socials for the whole thing. And I feel like maybe we
Yeah.
should do it as a band and just like completely cut it off, and then when we're ready,
Would
bang it back in or something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
would love that. Yeah, because we were talking about this. Would love to just, like once we go dim, just chuck the artwork up or something like that as the profile pictures or what, or something ominous and mysterious, and just go dead quiet and not explain anything for like 6 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be sick.
But I guess on my talking points, I guess. Sorry guys for the venting, by the way, about the.
Fuck them. It's not about them. It's about us.
I know. I'm not actually that heated. I'm hoping stuff gets sorted out.
Can you imagine if we're
in
drinking
regards to
another
what's
sack
happening.
of wine and we're venting?
Oh my god, I'd be fucking off the walls. I'm hoping the stuff gets sorted out, but just know I will have nothing to do with it because I will probably tell you to go shove my Canadian club up your ass.
Is this why you asked me to wear merch?
Yeah, no, I just thought we should, so we're going to talk about it. We can wear the Biam merch.
Yeah. I was going to take one of those shirts home and I forgot to take one home. The ones
I forgot to take a one home.
I forgot to take one home, you know?
Actually,
Kate wanted one as well and I just forgot to grab them. Oh no, I was going to get it on the next merch print, but then the shows got cancelled and we ended up selling all the merch. So.
Then we didn't. Yeah. Mate, who knows, mate? You can get one of the new ones. Whichever one ends up winning.
Yeah. They're all shit anyway.
Oh my god, let's just wait till this gets fucked. This should be the preview of the episode on Twitter.
Yeah.
All the designs fucking suck anyway.
Can you hear this?
Yeah, I did hear that.
Oh, beautiful. That
With
means
a
my mic
small
picked it up.
Animal. So I have my talking points in front of me.
Yeah, give me
Just in case I
some.
get sidetracked. Hang on. I need to, sorry. Talking about I'm just like worked up and like just stressed for no reason. Just heated.
Is your heart racing
I'm
now?
just gonna calm down. It is. It's like one of those things where I'm like, I'm not breathing enough.
All right, here, I'll get
Okay,
you calm.
guys.
You ready? Close your eyes.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, eyes closed.
You're walking down the hallway. There's a nice cool breeze. You can smell the flowers outside. Still walking down the hallway. Mm-hmm. Keep walking.
Yeah.
You see a couple doors,
You just-
couple on your left, couple on your right.
It's a preamble for a big fart, isn't it?
All right. You close your eyes because you're about to walk through a door. And then someone opens the door and you walk into it. You feel calm now?
Someone walks out of the door and you get cancelled. You did mention the album, which is on my talking points. I didn't even know if we were going to talk about this, but
Let's talk about
boy,
that.
have we had some fuckery with the record.
I mean,
Good
I
lord.
reckon we lightly touch on it. We don't go into too much detail, but
No, yeah, lightly touched. So I think we told the people that we were going to record in Canada, and that got shafted. Not shafted, but
I think did we mention that it got
COVID-19.
shot? Maybe with Aiden's episode, maybe that part.
I think it was
That's what
the
we
two
talked
that
about.
we did when the first Zoom one we had after. We'll explain.
Oh
everything that
yeah,
happened
when
with
we did
quarantine.
everything, yeah, cool.
So that got canned. We then made other plans, tentative plans,
Which
which we're going to set
we
us to
thought-
record in August.
Yeah, and we thought they semi got locked in.
Yeah,
Well, we
I
thought they
wasn't
were pretty
really, like,
much
once
locked in,
again-
right?
Yeah, like once again, this is just stuff I can't really not be bothered, but like I can't mentally take in and process everything that happens in regard to the band stuff, like in the business meetings and stuff and
Oh,
channels
yeah,
that we
yeah.
have. It's like it's so much. I'm like I don't want to get this in my mind and then it's like not doesn't eventuate.
You're too busy
So-
processing the bullshit on Twitter that you don't have time to process the actual bullshit that
I
the
know.
band has to
I know.
do.
Exactly. So, so we were meant to record in August. That got, well, that didn't end up panning out.
Eventuating.
You there?
yeah.
My video kind of cut out.
No,
Okay,
I'm all
yeah,
good.
so there you are.
All good.
So then we just got word today that we could potentially be recording
Before the year is
with-
out.
Yes, before the year is out. With
our
Sam,
initial
the
producer.
guy that we were, with the one from Canada. We're hoping that he can fly down.
Yeah, we're gonna
working
break
out
some
stuff
COVID
right
rules.
now.
We're gonna hire a G4. What are those fucking planes called? It's like a used to be like my favorite plane. My favorite plane. It used to be my favorite plane growing up. It's like this. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, it's just.
Is it
like,
fucking
it's like this
Elon Musk
slick,
kid?
No, it's like older. It's like this slick black jet, right? And it flies so fast that radar can't pick it up. We're just gonna get
Stealth
Sammy.
bomber?
Yeah, something like that. It's like it just looks like a triangle, basically.
Yeah,
Like if you look at it from the top, it
it
looks like a triangle. And we're gonna get
it was
Sam
like
one
a
of
kill
those.
streak in Call of Duty.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We'll get Sam
So
one of
Sam's
those.
gonna have to learn to pilot that.
Yeah.
So
No. We'll
we
get
are-
you know who's a pilot? Dave's a pilot. Shapiro. We'll get him. We'll call Newey. Get
Oh,
Dave.
true.
Get Dave to fly him over.
I'm not sure how accustomed he is to stealth bombers, but we can ask him.
It can't be that hard.
It only goes like 1,000 miles an hour faster. Who cares?
Yeah.
Can't
I
be
mean,
that.
you like you're not going to be able to move. Just press fast. Get there,
the fast button,
and then let go of fast. It'll slow down, and then
then press stop, and then down.
Press-
It's quite simple, in fact. Let me
press
drive it.
go fast, slow down,
Arrive.
land. That's the only buttons it's got. Go fast, slow down, land.
It's like we've taken just keywords out of the instruction manual and pasted them into a new manual. I don't even know where we are. Okay, so the plan
we're talking
is
about the
to
record.
record. I'm guessing in Victoria.
Yeah, I would say so. Especially if we're gonna get our friend Jack to help us out with it. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like it'll be because like if we do it in Sydney, we're all gonna be living out of home, right?
yeah,
I mean, if we go anywhere, we're all gonna be living out. It just means that
yeah.
it really. We just need to find the cheapest place we can do it.
Yeah, exactly. So like I mean, it'd be kind of cool to do in Victoria because I'm obviously moving to Sydney in like fucking I don't know, like a week or something like that. So if by the time November rolls around, I'll kind of want to come back to Victoria anyway for a bit of a jaunt.
Yeah.
But so it's looking like, guys, we will record an album in
This year,
November.
hopefully. We don't
That's so
actually really
funny.
know. Like literally I watched. Did you watch that Rome documentary the other day?
Loved it, man. I watched it twice.
I was watching it and I was like, this pretty much kind of sounds like our band.
Yeah.
Like everything that I can think of that has probably gone wrong has probably
Yeah.
like happened to our band. Apart like
Yeah.
we've definitely
I mean,
getting signed and all that shit has been amazing, and like we have gotten sick opportunities, but like getting to places and making things happen and getting to be able to do a tour in the US and like having to
that is like the hump is getting signed, I guess. Like that's not
That's
even the
what-
hard part though.
But that's
Then
what
like, then
you initially think that was the hard part, and then we got signed.
and then the rest is hard.
You
It's
have
like,
to battling. You're like to get signed, you're battling like every band that's unsigned, and then you
Yeah,
get signed,
exactly.
and then you're battling every band that's better than you that's signed.
That is so.
Every band that you
You know what
love,
it's like?
every band that you listen to,
Yeah.
every band that you like, that's a sick song. You're fucking fighting them.
It's like when you're in primary school, right? And then you get up to grade 6, you have that 1 year where you are just the bee's knees out of everyone. You are just like at the top. That is when you get signed and you're like, okay, this is unreal. Like,
Yeah.
I'll just enjoy this moment for now. And then you tip over into the first year of high school, and then you're like,
Just fucking
holy
bottom of the
fuck.
food chain again.
Holy, exactly. It's like,
You walk into school the first day, and the biggest bully just walks in and punches you in the face.
fucking knees you in the dick. And then you're just like, oh, okay, I guess it wasn't as easy as I thought.
But I'm excited for the record though, because initially, like, the vision for the first time we're going to record the record, I feel is a lot, well, not a lot different, but it's like we've come a lot further in, like, definitely the songs that we had, like the quality of the songs that we had. I feel like the songs that we're going to record now, all of them are going to be at the level of where the good ones were. So I feel like we're going to have, like, a group of songs that are all, like, that are our actual best 10, 12, whatever the amount of songs.
I was looking through, like, some of the ones we were going to use for the first record, right? And there was, like, so we had, like, X amount of demos, right, of, like, instrumentation, maybe like 50.
For the first one,
like,
or now?
Yeah, for the first one.
Oh, we had about 30 for the first one. For the first time we're going to record.
No. You had some. Chris
maybe
had a lot.
I had like 15 and Chris had 20 maybe, or 20, 25.
No, Chris had more than 20. Chris was getting up to like 30, 31, 32.
So that means now we have nearly 70 demos.
Yeah, now I've unfortunately started writing songs.
And you've
Just
written
adding
songs.
to the
Oh,
list.
shit, man.
So
Sick.
I was listening through to some of the old ones, and I'm like, the one that I was in love with at the time, I know I definitely, like, don't want to use that now, which was "Where's the Love."
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was fucking vibing that track, and now like with the other stuff, I'm like, what's being written now, I'm like, could write better, I think, even though I was in love with it at the time. So like you said, it's gonna be the best ones that get picked. Like, there's only a couple from the first that I'm like, ooh, like the
still
title
holding
track.
up.
I'll try not to give away any names. The title track, the one that you did before Keep It Together, that's the same, but it's the good one.
Main Blood.
No. Better Days.
Oh.
I just said.
Yeah.
I was trying to avoid.
Wait,
I'm getting Better
which
Days.
one's Keep It Together? Man, I have to go back and
just the
listen
one
to the
that-
demos, man. Fuck.
That doesn't have any lyrics to it. That's what I was just going to write the song about. It was just the one that sounded like Better Days that you wrote like a day after that sounded almost identical.
Oh, yeah, I know that one. You know the worst thing is? I've basically lost those sessions. I don't know where they are. So the only
my
evidence of those
gosh.
recordings that we have is that, and I would have to, like, if we end up using those songs, I'll have to remember, like, just go back in my brain and try and remember all the parts.
You will.
Or
I
I need
hope.
to just get a power supply and a cable from the hard drive that I had and plug it back in and pray that they're on there.
And just hope it works.
Yeah.
Better Days stands up as, like, that's still Leah's favorite. Out of any
all
song
of the
that I've ever
demos.
made. Yeah.
Out
The
of every
verses are
song
so
that
good.
they ever made. Yeah, I like the
I think
verses.
so.
I like the verses. There's just something in the choruses musically.
Yeah, it needs to be.
I feel like
needs
it's
to be-
just missing something, and I feel like we're at that point where when Sam hears it, when a producer hears it,
Yeah.
they're gonna be like,
Oh, it needs
"This is
this.
it." There's just like this, and we're
Yeah,
like,
and then we're like, "Ah,
fucking yes." I was
that's
listening
it.
to a podcast the other day actually, and the person was talking about their album. Oh, it was All Time Low thing, that the track by track I was watching, and
Yeah.
I think it was the title track of their record.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, the opening track of their record. They were talking about it because I only got like 5 minutes through, so they were only talking about one song. And they were like,
I kind of watched.
they were writing for like 4 or 5 days, and then their producer rocked up, and they pretty much had this song done, And then he was just like, oh, it'd be sick if you just added this part in. And they were just like, made that song like the opening track of the record.
Yeah, you just need that external person that's not in the band to just get
Someone who hasn't heard it fucking 50,000 times.
Yeah. And that's my trouble with like songwriting and like writing to demos, because I wrote this thing that sounds like tell me what you thought about when you the guitar. Anyway, the guitar sounds like that. And it also sounds like Seven Things I Hate About You by Miley Cyrus, which is just the same strumming pattern and same key of the acoustic guitar.
Two great songs.
Yeah. And so I literally just recorded something last night, like guitar, just a quick acoustic thing, so I could listen to it on repeat for 8 hours today, which I did. And that's what I do with demos. I just listen to them over and over and over again. So I'm like, by the time I record it, and if I still like it, I'm like, okay, I've listened to it at least 300 times. I think this can stand up with the other ones.
And then we go and record it. Oh, then we pre-pro it, and then we go and record it. And then before we've even played it at one show, we've already listened to it and played it like thousands of times.
Yeah, literally. That's what I want to try and not do with this record. Because I remember when we recorded the last one and we were listening, like, I don't know about everyone else, but after we got
those we got that desk bounce.
Yeah, just listening to it non-stop.
Yeah.
And we're doing mixing notes or whatever. Then when it was done, I was listening to it. I'm like, fuck, I've heard it like a million times before anyone else has heard it. So I'm going to try and not do that this time. But if I really like it, it's going to be very, very tough.
Yeah. I didn't really give many mixing notes last time, but I feel like this time I'm going to try and... the next time I'm going to try and do more in that department. Yeah. But try not and listen to it if I'm not thinking about mixing notes.
Yeah, true. Just so, what does this song need? It's hard to when you're sitting down and you're looking for something.
Just try and remember everything that we recorded. And then be like, I can't hear this part, can't hear that part. All that shit.
Yeah. That's going to be mad though, because we'll be obviously with Sam, and Sam was obviously great to communicate with, and he gets kind of the vision, I think, where we want to go. So hopefully it's not, a tedious, difficult process as it is online.
As it was the first time. I feel like the first time it was just hard to communicate with the mixer, but this time knowing, like, I feel like if Sam actually is able to come to Australia and we're able to record it with him,
touch wood.
Oh fuck! I don't have any wood. My guitar. Hold on.
Touchy cock.
Yeah, big woody. No, if we're like, I feel like Sam initially, when we first spoke to him, before we even decided to go with him, he kind of saw the vision.
Hang on, mate. Wait. 1 sec. My Pro Tools is screaming at me.
It's all good.
Error while synchronizing audio. 1 second.
Why are you using Pro Tools, bro?
I mean, I don't have Pro Tools. Wait. Okay, it was...
Are we good?
Okay, it's still fine.
Are we good? Okay, cool. I was just saying, initially when we saw Sam, when we met with Sam, we're just gonna leave this all in. It's like this is real talk,
Yeah.
Initially when we met with Sam, he like...
So this fucking merch competition, man.
he was willing to see our vision instantly, and then the next time we saw him when we decided to go with him, he was like already on board and like ready to go. And he's like I want to make the best Between You and Me record. I don't want to make anyone else's record. I want to make the best album that us six can make together. And whatever the vision is vocally, whatever the vision is musically, whatever, that's the record we're going to make. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like, we're not trying to make...
And what's great...
We're not trying to make a second piece to, like, I don't know, fucking Queen Greatest Hits or whatever. We're just trying to make the best Between You and Me record that we could make.
Exactly.
And he sees that those themes and all the shit that we're, like, writing about.
Yeah.
And I feel like... Sorry, I keep talking about it. I feel like he'll see the musical direction as well that we have seemed to have taken now.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say was even the first record the first attempt of album number 2 that we're going to go in with is so different from Biome when you think about it. Like, some people might not, I don't know, it's hard to just like... In my mind,
I can see the correlation between the two, but a lot of people are not... I showed Dave.
We've seen all the demos and stuff going up to that point. We've
the progression,
up to the point.
I showed Dave the new one that you sent me the other day, that everyone's vibing, and
Yeah.
he's like, fuck, this is different, but I fucking love it. And I'm like, really? It sounds different? And he's like, yeah, it sounds so different. I was like, it does not sound that different to me.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, it feels right, but I can also see how to other people it's going to be like, this isn't Dakota.
Yeah. But I
Or
feel like
whatever song's
if you
featured
put
is.
those two songs together, right? If you played those two songs one after the other, it fits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not that far
Dude.
apart. But there's that if you listen to them separately, like if you listen to Dakota one day and then you listen to that one day, it could sound like two different bands. But you put them next to each other,
Yeah.
and that's the best thing when you go see live bands and they play a song from their like great live bands. They play a song from their first record and a song from their fourth record, and they're different. But like the best band in the world, 1975, they play fucking Girls, and then they play that brand new song, and then they're not that different, but they sound complete worlds apart. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's hope. I mean, like, I can't wait to see what songs are on the record because some of them might not even be written yet. What it comes out to, what the reception is going to be, and playing them live as well whenever touring comes back in. Because like this the song that I was just talking about before, Seven Things I Hate About You song.
Yeah.
In my head, sounds better than Dakota, and I didn't even really like Dakota when I wrote it. So this time I'm like, I need to just get over this hump of excitement that you get when you first write a demo, and I need to like let it mellow out.
That's me every time I send you guys a new idea, right? It's just like this is the fucking best. This is the best thing ever. And then it's instant knockdown. Like you put it in the group, and it's like yeah, this is sick. Yeah, this is cool. I need to hear vocals with it. And then like in my mind, like all those things are going off. Like yeah, I agree. But can you just get on my level of excitement for like a second?
Yeah. That's why like I really get my heart starts pumping when I send over a song with vocals because I'm like, it is kind of, it's like you're vulnerable and you're also like, fuck, what are they gonna like it or not? Have I just like, I don't know, it's just whack. And then like someone says they like it, and I'm like, oh, I'm just glad it's not a heap of shit.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
all I'm looking for.
And then I feel like we've given ourselves a fail safe, like especially me and you.
Yeah.
We like send it like 10 minutes before and hope that you respond. And if each other doesn't respond, then we just drop it in the group, like without the other person knowing.
Yeah.
We're just like, please respond. Fuck, he's not responding. I'll just drop it in the group.
I need to know that this song is sick right now before I delete it.
I'm back at that level of excitement when we left for the States for the record again. Because like I came home and I was excited, but we had no end in sight of when the record was going to be. And then we got an end in sight, and then it got taken away from us. And then within a week, we've kind of like built it back up to like we have two options of the record will be recorded this year. It just depends on how we're going to do it.
Exactly, and that's like even the song the 753 song that you wrote, it's still fucking good. I'm still at that level of like.
Exactly. I haven't listened to that in ages, and for good reason, because I want to wait like a few months and then listen to all the demos and hope that it stands up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Thing for
especially with your vocals as well, because I haven't heard it with your vocals.
Yeah. All I do listen to is demos, so like songs quickly become really annoying to me. But like once I finally put vocals on them, then it gets it refreshes, and then my meter for getting sick of them is my threshold
replenished.
is a little bit more for the next time.
You build up that energy bar for
the stamina bar.
Do you still like that?
It's still so fucking good though.
Do you still like that one with the weird lead line that I wrote?
Weird lead line.
Corona Boner.
yeah. That's not what the song title was called, guys. It's a makeshift name.
It's actually called Bad Corona Boner.
I like it. Like I like the way my melody is in the first half, like that stuff. The rest of the song I could definitely work on, but like the vibe from the verse. The
vibe is there. That's exactly like the vibe that I was thinking. Like when you sent the vocals over, and I was like nailed it. Like especially just like the melody and the singing style. Now I was just like, yes, this is gonna get me rich.
The annoying thing is that's hard to convey to everyone else is like when I write the songs, I'm picturing how I'm gonna sing them live, as in like action wise, and like how I'm gonna get into it. I already know just how I'm gonna get into it, like visually. Like
You're
I can just
already
imagine how much
envisioning
fun
like the
it's gonna
performance
be.
of it, because like that's when I wrote
Yeah,
those demos. I was just like, this is like straight up just power stance, just fucking rock the fuck
yeah,
out on this
literally.
shit.
And like picturing the sing-alongs and picturing. Oh, sorry about my burp. Whenever I know a song is gonna be like a single or single worthy, I'm picturing the video. And that's
Yeah.
hard to describe to anyone, but like when the
I have
video's in my
ideas for
head,
both
I'm
of those
like,
songs videos as well. So I feel
yeah,
like I'm hoping we're on the same wavelength
yeah,
whenever we get to talk about it.
yeah. I'm like whichever one, like yeah, like for example, the fucking shitty thing that I just wrote last night that I'm claiming to be the best song that Byam has.
Yeah.
It's like I've already pictured the video clip, and I'm just like,
And you haven't
if
even
this
finished the
like
song, kind of
comes out
thing.
to yeah, I've literally got melodies and barely any words.
Yeah.
So like I'm picturing if it ends up where I'm singing in my head, then game over. Game over for any other band.
Fuck yeah, that's sick. Did you have any more chatting points on your list there?
I mean, yeah, I'll tell you what they are.
Give me.
They kind of make no sense. They're
Yeah,
very minor. We still got I got a video that's an hour and 3 minutes, but we fucked around for like fucking 5 minutes. So.
yeah, we got plenty of time.
One of
There's
them
no.
was ping pong.
Okay,
We won
we won again,
again.
and we have we didn't just win. We were in control the whole time.
We decimated. It was the most in control. It was like
I don't think I've ever had control of something in my life. Like the most control I've ever had in my life was that 1 hour YouTube stream. Oh, fucking Instagram live stream. That's the most control I've ever had in my whole life.
yeah.
And I drive cars for a living.
You know what it's like? It's like edging.
Yeah. It's exactly like edging.
You're the master of. You're the master of.
I'm the mastermind
The
domain.
game is
I am
over.
king of the castle. I
You
am
let people
queen.
catch up, and then you're like, boom.
Oh,
So
you
basically-
don't get anything I just referenced there because you're too young. It's all good.
No, I'm sorry, but basically, guys, who knows when you guys are going to see this? But we've basically we steamrolled the fame. We dangled yours truly off a cliff, pretended to save them, and then threw them off at the end.
Are we gonna?
Now-
We're not gonna get ahead of ourselves because this is gonna come out after the after that next one, I think, or the day of.
The next one's
Yeah, it's gonna come
So
after.
This one, we're versing Red Hook. Now, I'm not sure how that's going to go. I mean, they've also obviously made it to where we are now.
Yeah.
So either they're decent or the competition was trash.
Is it Friday night? Because I can't do Friday night, so it might be you and Gibbo.
We can change it if you can do Saturday.
I could probably do Saturday night.
Yes, Saturday night. We'll message Daryl.
We'll just do it at mine.
We need. Well, it's gonna be the last time I'm here for the weekend anyway, so we may as well have
True.
fucking
And then
bit of a
is
piss
it
up.
if and then knowing that we're probably gonna win. Are you coming back, or is it you by yourself,
No,
or is it
no.
me and Gibbo?
It's
We're gonna.
you and Gibbo. You got. I'm just here because I happen to be the singer. I'm not actually adding that much. I'm like you said in the chat. I am Steve Kerr with the occasional shot when everyone else is getting double teamed.
Yeah, but would MJ have won if Steve Kerr wasn't there? Like if it was another
know.
person, you never know. I need my Kerr, bro.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I mean, we subbed Gibbo in last game. Who's Gibbo? Gibbo's fucking just Scottie Pippen coming in there with the clutch.
Yeah.
Just
No,
dump the ball.
Gibbo is fucking Rodman. He just like he'll hold it down
Gibbo's
he'll hold it down in defense. He holds it down in the DMs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he'll just power. He'll just come into the forefront, drop a shot. He said he's 100% from the paint, exactly like he said.
He is. He is. Because we went to Gibbo's house and Bassie's like, "Who's playing?" And Gibbo's like, "Oh, not me, boys. I'm not good." And then he comes in for the fucking clutch shot because I was doing absolute rot. And then
Yeah.
he comes in, he's like, "Jake, get out of here. I'm doing a shot." Bang, sinks it.
Just walks
Pretty
away.
much sealed us the game. Together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I'll be watching from the live stream
Yeah.
on assuming we plow through Red Hook, but who knows what's going to happen.
Well, we need to go into that game with
Actually-
respect, but I feel like we still need to have our confidence there.
semi-finals. We go in there every week. The thing is, what is making us win? We go in there, we rock up late, we have no practice,
Yeah.
we barely set up in time, and then we win.
Perfect.
Here's where I think we should potentially practice if it's Saturday night.
I don't want to because I feel like we're got a good thing going. Just don't get we just can't get too. Yeah, if you want to have a couple of practice shots, it's just all about envisioning the ball going in. If the ball's in the cup in your head, you've already won.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So that was one of 3 talking points. Leah brought up a funny point. Well, we can decide if it's funny. It's just a point that I'm not going to really have any place to talk about other than here because it's not worth talking to a stranger about.
Okay.
Do you think when you order food from a restaurant that
Okay.
you get more in a takeaway box or more when you eat in? Let that simmer.
It depends.
I mean,
Because
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, do they leave out stuff in takeaway or?
well, I feel like it depends on the restaurant. Like when it's a takeaway container kind of thing, it's definitely up in the air. I'm just farting like crazy. It's definitely it just depends. Like they obviously know how much they make and how much they're making money on the thing. But one thing that blows my mind is the cost of takeaway. In particular, Mr. Veggie is bloody damn expensive takeaway.
We're talking about.
Because I looked at the receipt like a few days after that day, the first beer pong thing that we played, and I was just like, how did we spend $60 and get one rice dish and two fucking meat dishes? And I'm just like,
it's all that
what the fuck did we buy? It was like It was like $25 for like a fucking thing the size of my hand.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus
I wonder if
Christ.
there's like a surcharge because of the other day, them trying to make money because no one's eating it.
I reckon. But to answer your question, I reckon if you're in there in person and you order it takeaway, you'll get more. But if like, especially like in a food court situation where they just give you the container and you pay $10 for the container, they just fucking jam it in there. But if you're like Uber Eating it and they like, because there's always room in there. You know what I mean? It's not like they have a massive. It's not like they have a massive bain marie of the stuff and they make it to order. So like, it depends. But
because when I ordered my,
on an Uber Eats situation, I reckon eating in you get more.
Yeah, I ordered nasi goreng from Luna, which is in Mornington, and fuck did they pack it in that box? It was flat. The lid was about to bust open. And I'm like,
that's so good.
This is wild, which kind of made me think about it. So I'm like, I never get this kind of treatment. The last point, I guess we can end it on kind of a weird note.
I love it.
I don't even know how to really describe this.
I'm ready.
So the thing that I've actually written down is Meet Curtains Wi-Fi. Now, let me. So there was this person in my class in year 12, VCAL year 12, and she was really annoying and kind of just like got under everyone's skin. Someone somehow got into the Wi-Fi of the school, changed it to Jade's Meet Curtains.
Like, if you're searching in the school for Wi-Fi,
instead
it
of
just comes up with
58576. It's Jade's Meet Curtains. And the person got expelled for doing that.
Yeah.
And the person was in my class.
Got expelled. Got expelled.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It was VCAL, though. Like, people got kicked out for less.
Bro, a guy at my high school.
It's like,
Guy in my high school went into the music lab last day of term 2. Like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, went into the music lab. No one was in there. Went on all the computers. And do you remember the shock site meetspin.com?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Loaded up meetspin.com on every computer. And then shut the screens, right? Just turn the screens off. So the teachers walk in, look at Max, like the screens are off, so it's fine, whatever. Oh. And then come back first day of school, the video's still playing. Kids go on the computer and all of them are playing Meatspin, and they found out that it was him. Got suspended for like a week.
Wow. That's fucking good. That's gold though. He'd be welcome back with a fucking reception. That kid.
That's a long game joke. Like he had to
say
wait 2 weeks.
That's what I was gonna ask you after my story. I'm like, did you have any stories like just weird shit like that?
Yeah.
I mean, the one that I talked about was kind of mean, but I mean, were there any other ones?
We did a lot of weird shit in my high school. Like my school was like prep to year 12, but like I remember like from the time I got into like year 7, like the muck up days were like insane, and then they slowly started like getting more tame and more tame because people like. I remember one time I went to a Christian school, right? I went to a Christian school. We rocked up. I was probably in like grade 6 or 7, and the year 12s. There was a massive sign at the front of the school, and they just draped over this this towel or this curtain or whatever, and they spray painted the sign or whatever, like a spray painted a new sign, and it said Heathdale Concentration Camp.
Oh,
on the front of the school on this main road. Right?
Oh my god!
And then like they're just like all like they're not dressed like Nazis or anything. They're just like all out the front with like water guns filled with fucking eggs, and just like spraying all the cars that are all the cars that are coming in. It's fucking crazy. And then my muck up day was like, what they ended up doing was like the night before the last day of school, they would take you away for a camp, and then like you just hang out with your friends, and then we had like this they had like this massive food fight on the beach or whatever, and then you'd come back and you'd be all tired because they'd let you stay up all night, and then you wouldn't do anything to the school.
The second last day of so the last day of like what, high school or just
the last day of high school before your year 12 exams.
Okay, right. So it's like the bachelor, like the hen's night or the
so instead of fucking up the school, they take you to this camp place, and then you camp
public area that you can fuck up.
Yeah, and you go down to the beach, you fuck each other up. You get like everyone got like drunk because everyone's not like their friends snuck in alcohol or whatever. Everyone's like 17, and then everyone rocks up to the school the next day, and then they have like this ceremony of like the last day of school where like the new preps that came into the school give like the people leaving this school this calendar that they drew. It's pretty cool. And then you basically, and then you leave, and then you just go do your exams, and then that's it. So instead of fucking up the school now, and then like 2 years after me, they stopped the camping because a chick, at one of the, it's not funny at all. So this girl like got so drunk she passed out face down in a puddle, and like she survived, but then like now now they've stopped those camps as well. So I don't even know what they do, but I remember distinctly I remember distinctly like a year level coordinator one time. There was this so we used to do this class called Christian Life Studies, which is like basically the whole year level does the class together, and then it's pretty much you just like ask about life, and then they normally gauge it towards the Bible, but like you just ask questions on this shit. So back to the story, because Jake's fucking thing dropped out. Holy shit.
Oh, I hate it.
Anyway, so this class finishes, right?
Can you just take me back like a minute?
Okay.
Sorry.
So this is just we're talking about fuck. How am I gonna edit this back in? Who cares? We'll figure it out. So we're talking about like stories in high school, and I was telling you about how like my school's muck-up days started getting more tame and tame.
Yeah.
And then this is a story that happened to me.
Yes.
And I just remember I've just thought of another story. Anyway, I'm gonna mix them together. What happened was we, like 10 of us from my high school that were in this PE class. We were waiting for our PE class, right?
Yeah.
And then this happened with the year level coordinator. Sorry, that's where I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
So the year level below us was having this massive group class together that I was talking about. And then they had finished, the bell had gone, and they were coming down the one stairwell, like an enclosed stairwell, that had one door to get out of.
Okay.
And we were holding the door shut because we thought it'd be funny to hold a whole year level upstairs. And they weren't trying to get out of the door. Like it wasn't like they didn't give a fuck. They were like, sweet, I get to miss out on the next. I get to miss out on the next class, so that's fine.
Yeah.
And then the year level coordinator is taking the class upstairs. So after 10 minutes of us holding the door, he realizes no one is leaving.
Yeah.
And like all the students, so we just hear, "Ah!" And we're just like, knew his voice instantly. We were just like, shit, let's just pretend it wasn't us, whatever. And then obviously like people were like, they were holding the door shut.
Yeah.
Like, so they didn't get any trouble.
I was not.
Right? And the teacher comes downstairs and we're just like at the drink taps outside this room. And he just like walks out. Like, he had like the best disappointed dad impression. Like, you know how your dad doesn't get angry? He's just like,
I'm just mad.
he's just like,
Oh, no,
he
I'm
doesn't even
not
say
mad.
it. He
I'm
just
not
goes,
mad.
he
I'm
just
just
walks out
disappointed.
and he's just like shaking his head like,
Thought you guys are better than this.
and he goes, you don't understand what you've just done. He goes, you've ruined privileges for all the year 12 classes that come after you.
Do you realize what you've done?
Right? So
Yeah.
that means, no, like, privileges were like in year 12, you're allowed to like leave the school at lunchtime and go to the plaza and get food or whatever. But
Yeah.
no one, after our year level, no one was allowed to do any of the shit.
You motherfucker. I mean, it doesn't, who gives a fuck, really? But these poor fucking people that were just waiting, they saw you guys leave and they're like, oh, boy, it's just one more year. One more year. I'm going to go into the tuck shop.
That's it.
Ba-bow.
Like, he's just like, but now, yeah. And the other story was a similar thing. We'd always like, in our friendship group, we'd like, not bully each other, but you know how you like fucking muck around as dudes and you like play fight or whatever.
Yeah.
And then one day, like 5 guys, we're just like, we're playing with one of those rubber things that you flip upside down and you put on the ground. It goes up in the air really high.
Yeah.
And then someone goes, we should pop it off James's nipple. And I was like, fuck me. I'm like, that's going to hurt.
Yeah.
And I started running away. I was like running in circles and then they were chasing me. And I was like fucking screaming. Like they grabbed me.
Yeah.
They get me to the ground. They rip my shirt open. And I'm like, get off! Get off me! Get off! Right? I'm just screaming. This is like in a free period, right?
Yeah.
Like there's classes going on. I'm in the middle of this fucking courtyard just screaming, get off me!
Help.
Get off! Right? They pin me down. They put the thing on me. And then his teacher runs out of the class. She runs over.
I want to pop it.
And she's like, James! James! And then on the ground, 5 guys on top of me.
Yeah.
Arms spread, shirt ripped open.
Big pin.
One of them's holding the fucking thing over my nipple.
Yeah.
And then she looks at me square in the eyes and she's like, James, stop screaming. You're distracting all the classes. And I'm like, what? And then my friends start laughing, they pop it off, and then they run away. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
What school am I going to?
Bloody
Oh
too
my
forgiving, those Christians, I tell you what.
Fucking hell. Well, assuming this episode's come together like we hoped,
Yeah.
that's going to cap it, I reckon. I think
Yeah, let's finish it off with that story.
I'm going to have to get a new fucking computer or just completely rip out everything inside it. And
I think you
delete
just
everything.
got to. I think it's just there might be too much memory taken up on your
Yeah,
laptop.
I don't
That's
know-
when mine starts getting fucked.
Yeah, I don't know how to erase it though. I don't know how to get the storage space. Anyway, I'll troubleshoot with fucking.
What you got to do is get like the biggest hard drive you can find, and then just dump everything off it onto that hard drive.
The thing is, it's like
see.
it's mostly fucking GarageBand files and shit. Anyway,
Yeah, I know, but as long as you know where they are, you can always plug in the hard drive and just read them off the thing.
problem is with my hard
sweet.
drive, it doesn't really connect. Like the thingy connects, but it can just disconnect at any time, even though it's plugged in fully.
Oh well. Oh, this is boring
Anyway,
now.
yeah,
The fucking podcast is over. Thanks for listening this whole time.
Peace out, guys.
See you later.